Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your life purpose and career reading for the year 1 up until 2. So, just take in any messages you hear. Not all will relate to you, some will, but be open to see that, some of the messages won't be uh, money making messages. It could just be a part of your life purpose to experience in the year 1. And also keep in mind, you could use these different paths as a hobby, or make it a full-time gig. Doesn't matter. Okay, so um, your life purpose, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be making money off your life purpose. I always say that in every reading if you've been following so far. So just be open with what I'm going to present to you. So let's get started. So I've already shuffled because I'm using a lot of decks, and we'll start off with your first card here. Okay, so Taurus, you have travel coming up, and as a year 1, it does equal to a 5 in numerology. So we're coming in with a lot of change. A lot of changes are going to be happening, a lot of adventures. Maybe travel even will open up in 1 or kind of ease into it because it was a little floppy in money. So your life purpose involves traveling. All right. So if some of you have been wondering maybe what career path you're going into next, for some of you, travel is inspiring to you. So it could be maybe working on a plane, could be, hostess, pilot. It could be working near planes. It doesn't have to be that you're, you know, traveling in your work. It could just be that you're in the travel industry. Some of you are doing something. Okay. So just keep in mind you might be doing this right now, some of you, or you're thinking of doing this, right? Because it's general for everybody. Um, I do also see if you're not in travel industry, like ships, trains, or working around those means of transportation, it could also be that you're working on a blog from the computer. Maybe, your work has gone remote, which is great for a lot of people. Some people love working from home, right? And this gives you a little bit more freedom in 1 to maybe travel and maybe go live somewhere you always wanted, or just be a little bit mobile and free in the way you work. So yeah, that's a really great card. I get really excited with that. Let me see what else there is. Yeah, for some of you it could be maybe you're thinking of visiting a place in one, so you'll finally do it, right? So it doesn't have to be work. It could just be leisure, and that's part of your life purpose in 1. Who knows, maybe you've taken for granted some of the time you had in the past. Maybe some of you were overworking yourself and you're like, I'll take that trip later, maybe next year, or maybe next year. And you're finally going to do it, right? Because a lot of us, we've realized life is a little short, especially with what happened with the lockdowns. Everything just got closed down. You would never have imagined something like that, in all these years that would have happened, right? So a lot of people are kind of, waking up and saying, what I need to do something about this. I have to like take that trip. I need to do that move, write that song, right? So a lot of people have kind of clicked in that, if I don't do it now, when am I going to do it kind of thing, right? So maybe there's a special place in your heart you've always wanted to go. So see how this card relates to you in some way. Okay, wow. We also have creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So, again, maybe some of you are interested in music and painting, in dancing, sewing, could be jewelry making, but it doesn't have to be that. Creative expression, it's not only those like typical art forms that we think about when we think of art, right? Creative expression is you living the lifestyle that you finally wanted. Um, Maybe it's like you want to live a more free, mobile lifestyle. You want to go to a place where there's a bit more nature around. That's what I'm seeing in this card. Maybe by the lake, and also going by a lake in the coming year, or a body of water, an ocean inspires you. You could even have like a cottage house somewhere where you have a little bit of peace of mind or quiet, or maybe you going to a retreat kind of place. That's what I'm seeing here. So it's all coming to me. Whatever I'm saying, it's just some inspiration I'm getting from the cards. But creative expression, it could be coming up with a new idea. It could be anything at all. It could be coming up with a new app or a strategy for work, or it doesn't have to be full time and you're full time making money off this, whatever you're doing. It could just be a hobby on the side, right? It's a different form of side income, right? So that's what I'm seeing there. So, creative expression is very important in the coming year for your well being. It's going to give you a lot more balance and peace of mind. That's what I'm hearing. It's just like a breath of fresh air. So, definitely, whatever it is that you're doing, like creative, that's a little different from your traditional work. This is asking for you to do it more because it gives you this escape. Like, I don't know what it is, but it brings you a lot of healing. Okay, and you also got counseling here. So you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Some of you might be even merging, you know, some creative form of expression with your counseling services. For some of you that are counselors or spiritual coaches or intuitive coaches, you could be merging something creative to help your clients deal with maybe stress and anxiety. Some of you might be even to art therapy. That's what I'm getting here, music therapy, or maybe you're thinking about merging in something creative. It could even be helping children express art and healing, right? Could be that as well. But a lot of you have great advice. You're ruled by Venus. You're very loving and caring. You're very compassionate and understanding. But you also have that practical side, right? Where people gravitate towards you to give them that advice. You just have like a practical way about you. It's like it's not fluffy advice. It's like out of, just like unicorns and rainbows. You actually give, practical steps people can take for their life. So that's why people really love coming to you. So not only that, so you might not be in this position. Okay, counseling could be in a school. It could be as a psychologist, psychiatrist, any form of guiding others. And again, some of your life purposes, it could be, listening to your friends and family and giving them advice and wise counsels. And you don't necessarily are getting paid for this, right? But this is here to tell you that that's part of your life purpose. All right. So be open to that. See what you could do with this. It's up to you whether you want to make income or not, right? Um, the other thing here is some of you might benefit from going to a counselor in one. So if you're kind of you want to make your goals a little bit more concrete and like realistic, especially if for some of you that are maybe creative and you want to travel and make your creativity a little bit more uh, practical and maybe make some income out of it, there's a lot of people that could help you to take those steps to do that. It doesn't have to be an actual life or career counselor. It could be someone counseling you on your marketing, right? A marketing strategist. It could be that you need help with that in some way. Okay. Uh, so, yeah, I'm seeing here you could benefit from getting the advice of a professional, whoever that is, right? Make sure, guys, when you pick a professional or someone that or that they're not it's somebody that you trust. Okay, you're not going to go to that person in your family that judges you or criticizes you all the time, and that's kind of decreases your vitality and just makes you not inspired, right? So you're going to go to someone that you trust, and especially professionals out there, even though people do this for a living to counsel and give psychological advice. There are out there that not everyone has your well-being, and they might not be a best fit for you, right? So you want to be very cautious in who you pick for doing something like this. So pay attention to your intuition, who you gravitate to, and who you feel comfortable with. Okay, that's very important. So whoever's like giving you personal advice, all right. So let's see here what else you got. Okay, so you got practice. So it says polish your skills by practicing regularly. So some of you are trying to master something, I'm seeing it. And it's saying practice makes perfect. So you really need to spend, maybe an hour a day. It could even be an hour a week, but you really need to set a great time for you, whatever it is that you want to excel in, to keep working at it. It could be like massage, it could be playing an instrument, it could be singing, whatever it is, dancing or some creative expression you have, you really need to start practicing a little more. That's going to bring you the confidence you need in order to move forward in your work or career path, or just to get you at the level that you're seeking. Okay. So that's what you're missing here. It's not that you're not good, and whatever it is that you're doing that you feel maybe you're watching others as well. Oh God, please don't do that, because that's just gonna deplete your energy, especially now on Instagram and YouTube. Yes, there's a lot of great people out there and whatever talents they have, but you're unique in your own way and you're going to bring something special. Nobody has the exact same, let's say if you sing the exact same voice as you, or the exact same painting, there's always going to be something different, right? So don't deplete your energy by looking at your competition all the time. It's good to look at your competition and get inspired, and see in ways maybe you could develop a little bit or just get that extra boost of inspiration. But don't let it, when you let it deplete your energy and you feel like not working in your craft, then you're not going to do anything, right? So I feel like some of you might be doing that. You're looking too much at your competition. So it's saying to create a sacred space for yourself, like a little altar or a space where you could be in your full power to practice your skills and really get that confidence going. Wow, there's a lot of different cards here, a lot of different messages. Sometimes the cards connect with each other, but I'm getting a lot of things. So all right, nutrition's going to be major for you in one. So some of you might be interested in incorporating this in your career path. So you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So that could be, working in a restaurant, cooking. It could be maybe you're making your own restaurant or having your own meals that you're making and you're inspiring people with healthy eating. Um, so there's something maybe that you get inspired by from your own culture, or maybe there's something you see that society lacks that you want to introduce. So some of you interested in cooking and bringing in a new idea of cooking, or a new invention, or like a new type of restaurant out there that doesn't exist. This is definitely a calling for you. And as a Taurus, you're very earthy. You're an earth sign, so you gravitate towards the earth and to food and just like overall harvest, right? Um, so this is saying I'm seeing someone maybe even in hospital setting making meal planning for people, for elderly. Maybe you're cooking for children. It could be in a school. It could be in um, like a little campsite, or even what else? Maybe like an after school program. I'm getting that for some of you. But if you're not doing this for work, I am seeing that you are looking to better your nutrition in some way. For those of you that had some issue in health, there's something they're telling me with your nutrition. Okay. Some of you might even be dietitians, because I'm connecting the counseling here with the nutrition, or a nutritionist. So you're giving advice to people on how to better their lifestyle with healthier eating and drink. But it's also, there's something that you need to eat more of. So I am seeing greens and like tomatoes standing out, for example. I am seeing Mediterranean cooking, even what's that other one? Oh god, it was out for a bit. It was like a lot of fruit. I can't even remember. Not Atkins, it was something else. It was like a tropical diet. That's coming to me. I'm seeing like some Hawaiian energies here. So yeah, if any one of you want to comment, that'd be great. So guys, whatever inspiration you're getting from here, I can't list all these jobs, but if you're getting some idea, then definitely put it in the comment below, just to help others as well, whoever's listening to this. Okay, so I'm seeing you really getting that balance in by paying attention to your health and nutrition. So let's see now. I'm going to pull an angel abundance card for you to see how you can better your finances in some way. What do the angels want to give Taurus in regards to their finances? All right, so let's see here. All right, guys, so you have, oh, that dropped there. Sorry, one second. Take a divinely guided chance. That's what it's saying here. Okay, so here's what it's saying. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Okay, so some of you, you're changing your life completely. I'm seeing that you need to take a risk in something. So if it's something you've been thinking to do, like entrepreneurship, open up a store or a restaurant, let's say, it's saying take a divine chance because you're going to be led to people and situations that are going to help you with this along the way. Okay, don't see far down the road or all the things you have to do. You need to take baby steps towards it, but once you start, once it could even be taking a risk in your mind and putting behind that old. Okay, a lot of you have been doing a certain type of job for a long, long time. Okay, and it's something you're good at. It's something you're comfortable with because you've done it so long, right? But for some, I'm feeling it's something that does not bring you passion and joy anymore. You're just kind of, it's easy, it's comfortable, you've done it for a long time. But this situation that happened with the lockdowns, the pandemics, a lot of us have been home and we've broken away from that mold because when you're busy and it's go, 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 you can't take that time to get inspired or to see what else you can do. You're exhausted, a lot of you, when you come home, right? After the workday's over. But a lot of people have taken that time to really soul search and see what it is, break away from that chain, that cycle. Uh, and then just notice some of you have realized maybe you miss the work you do and you want to get back into it. Some of you realize you want to revamp it a little, maybe learn a little something new and incorporate something different in your line of work. But others of you have felt, you know what, I don't want to go back. It's like really stressing you out. So if that's you, this is saying to break out of that mold of comfort level, right? As long as you keep doing the same thing, things won't change. That's just what I've realized in life, and it's also what I've realized how others have done it, right? So without you taking this risk, your life it's just going to stay the same. So if this is like yes, you're resonating with this, it's definitely telling you to have hope. And maybe it's you and a partner that are in this together or a business partner. Okay, it could be romantic partner or business partner, but it's saying to take a chance, okay? Guys, this doesn't have to be work either. It could even be taking a chance on a new romantic possibility. Maybe you've had toxic situations in the past, right? So, and then maybe you've been scared of opening up again. So, this is saying to take a chance on maybe even love that's going to come your way, okay? So, let's see here what messages you have. So this is, I'm going to shuffle from workplace cards. So it's just different keywords that connect with work. You could find this on the Etsy page. I also give personal readings, guys, on Etsy. You'll see it in the link in the About Me below. So if you're interested in your own life purpose and career reading, it's very informative. I also mix in your own numerology, life path, and astrology. So this is just like a little taste, but the majority is you will get the same cards as this. So let's see what's going on here. All right. Oh, yes. You deserve a timeout. Okay, so I think there's some noise. I'm so sorry. Close the window for a second. Bit of noise out coming from outside. All right. So, time out, guys. You need a break. All right. So, this is definitely resonating with this, this card here by taking a divine risk. So, some of you just need that extra time. Don't be pressured, guys. If you need that time to reflect, that's going to propel you 3 steps forward. Okay. So, a lot of us, we believe that reflection isn't productive or just doing nothing, but by taking time to relax, you're re energizing yourself and you're taking the time to write down what you want to do next. You're taking the time to listen to your guides and what your intuition is telling you. And that's going to help you much later down the road. Okay. If you jump into something like with not using your mind and just kind of doing it from stress, then you're just going to get back to a quiet zone later down the path in your life and say, oh God, I should have reflected when I had the time back then, right? So maybe I wouldn't be where I am now. But anyway, lessons learned along the way. But this is saying that you need a timeout. So if you need a timeout with the job you've been doing in the past, if you need a timeout, um, take care of your health in some way, then do that in order to see where you want to go next. So let's see, Taurus, what other card you have here. Yeah, organize. Okay, so maybe some of you are good at organizing. It could be home, it could be business, it could be organizing like maybe interior design, decor, creating a nice organization for a setting, like a business setting. It could even be event planning, but there hasn't been much of that these days with the situation. Uh, but it's also telling me that you need to organize your thoughts a little bit. Maybe you've had too many ideas. I am seeing different career paths, so some of you might have a lot of options. So it's saying to take the time to write down and see your thoughts on a piece of paper, see how you want to move forward. Okay. Ooh, a card fell out. Okay. You got another message here, which is solution. So you could be using this in your line of work, which is helping other people finding solutions to their life and their work. So you're very good at this. But it's also whatever problem you've been dealing with, there will be an answer coming for you, and when you will find the solution. Okay, so if that's to find new and meaningful work, if you have a block and maybe propelling your business and moving it forward, you will find the answer. Just make sure you pray, guys, to God, source, your angels, and ask for help. Okay, whatever it is that you need help with. If you need to attract more finances, say, Spirit, help me find ways, creative ideas to attract finances. Help me find the solution to this problem that I'm facing in a business right now. Help me find ways to attract more clients. Whatever issue you have, guys, put it out there, okay? And you're going to find it. Okay, so let's see. Commute. Okay, so that came out. So some of you might even be commuting a little bit further to your work, but I feel like a lot of you guys might like this new line of work. So if some opportunity comes up and you're like, oh, I really love this, but it's so far, don't let that discourage you, because I feel like wherever you're going, especially with the travel card there, I feel like you're going to like what you're doing if your work involves travel or commuting. And you could always fill that time. Like, let's say when you're driving in traffic, don't let that discourage you. I always love downloading audibles or audiobooks when I'm driving. I listen to like a podcast or a book. So the time passes and you learn something along the way. All right, let's see now some skills that you're really good in using. Let's see what's going on for you, Tor. Oop, that fell out here. Okay. All right, so this card here fell out. Breaking molds. So this is an artistic card. So some of you are really artistic, and it's saying you're doing it different than other people. You have that skill, that quality, that artistic quality to bring in new art forms in the world, bring in new inspiration, breaking the mold, like whatever people have been doing that's been repetitive, you're doing it different. So part of your life purpose and career is to introduce new ideas, new art forms, new lifestyles, and just to inspire people to do the same, to do it differently than what they've been doing. So this could resonate to you, for you in any way that you feel it does. But taking the path less traveled is what I'm hearing. You also have something realistic skill, which is building things. Okay, so that could be using your hands. Maybe you have a green thumb, gardening. It could be building homes. It could be building something in a computer, maybe building a blog, building a website. Okay, it could be something a part of your business, some skill that you're using in one. Okay, so that you're going to use this skill coming up. Do I have another card? No. Yeah, building things, that's a part of your life purpose, guys. Oh, I know so many Tauruses that they just love to laugh and they're so funny. A lot of Taurus that I've met, they have so much humor. Okay, so maybe some of you are thinking of becoming comedians and just turning a really bad situation, finding the positive or the funny side of things, right? So maybe some of you have been thinking to use humor in your line of work, or it could just be like maybe you are a counselor, but maybe you're giving advice and like you're uplifting people by making them laugh in like your sessions or something. That's one thing I got here. Um, but it's also you being the funny person or fun person to go to when times are hard and people are even coming to you for a good laugh. So that's part of your life purpose, is to bring laughter to people's lives. Or you could be looking at, maybe it's telling you to add some humor too in your life. So if you have been a little bit taking to life too seriously, um, and not taking time to have fun, maybe now is the time to call up that friend that you know is a jokester, or just watching a little bit more movies with funny things in them, and just bringing in more humor into your life, because that's going to extend your life. It's music, not music, well, music too, music and humor, right? It's a great medicines. So, I also heard laughing yoga. I heard of that one. So maybe you run classes of laughing yoga, but maybe you could take a class of laughing yoga. So those are the messages, guys. I am going to pull a card now to see an affirmation you could take away in this reading. Let's see here for Taurus. What affirmation do they need to know? Okay, positive affirmation cards by Lewis Hay. So this is, my heart is open. I speak with loving words. Okay, so this is a card about compassion, guys, that everybody's on their own life path, and you're noticing that in one. Um, and you hear people and see people with an open heart. Okay, so let's see. Sorry about that. It's a little bit glossy there. All right. I am comfortable looking in the mirror saying, I love you. I really love you. Okay. So this is, not having only compassion for other people, guys, but this is a card of a message coming to you to have some compassion for yourself. So if you've been really hard on yourself, in the past couple of years, in the past month, maybe saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, or, I could be doing more with life. I could be making more money. You need to take a time out, take the time to chill and just, be comfortable. Where you are right now is good enough. Okay. So you could always make goals and look forward to advancing yourself, but don't stress yourself over it. It's saying, hey, be comfortable where you are right now. Okay. And you are where you need to be. Your angels want to let you know they love you. Okay. And they want you to, whatever good advice you give to other people, especially if you're like a counselor, advice giver type of person, that you do that in your work, whatever advice you give to other people, make sure you give that same advice to yourself. So that's something really important that wants to come out. All right, guys. So I hope that you resonated with this reading. Please leave your comments. Please write in, any ideas you got from it as well. You might even inspire somebody else reading the comments. So we're all in this together. We really are. And you have your own intuition. So make sure you use that looking at this card. It's a general reading. So like I said, it might resonate to you. I might not. Make sure to look at your moon and your rising signs as well. So I wish you all the best in the year to come, and be safe and well. Have a good one. Bye bye.